राम राम हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे,
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गिरिवरधारी,
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी, जय गोपी जन गिरिवरधारी,
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गिरिवरधारी,
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गिरिवरधारी,
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे,
हरे Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare Krishna. आप सबका बहुत बहुत very warm welcome to all of you for today's session in the Srimad Bhagavatam. We'll start our session with the prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naran Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayeet Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. So in this new chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, we discussed Bhagavan Kapil. He is talking about how a living entity or a human being, he is actually aloof from this material nature. But in his conditioned stage, he thinks that he is the doer. And we discussed about it in the previous session. Now today we'll begin our discussion further in the same context. We'll begin our discussion today with text 3, Shloka number 3 of the 27th chapter of the 3rd Canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. तेन संसार पदवीम् अवशोभ्येत्य निर्वृतः प्रासंगिकै प्रासंगिकै कर्म दोषै सदसद मिश्रयोनिषु तेन संसार पदवीम् अवशोभ्येत्य निर्वृतः प्रासंगिकै कर्म दोषै सदसन्मिश्र योनिषु. Translation. The conditioned soul therefore transmigrates in different species of life, higher and lower, because of his association with the modes of material nature. Unless he is relieved of material activities, he has to accept this position because of his faulty work. Now you see. So it is mentioned here that the conditioned soul, you see, in the shloka it is mentioned, Tena sansara padavim. Sansara padavim. Sansara padavim means in this, sansar means this material world, and padavi means existence. When a living entity is existing or when he is experiencing this material world, then what happens? Avasha bheti nirvritaha. Avasha means automatically. Bheti, abheti, nirvritaha. Nirvrita means to be dissatisfied or to be discontent. Okay. So a living entity is constantly dissatisfied in this material world. Why? प्रासंगिक कर्म दोष है. प्रासंगिक कर्म दोष. प्रासंगिक कर्म दोष. Karma dosh. Dosh means faulty or wrong, impure. Dosh means impure or faulty, which is not good. Prasangik, and prasangik means association. Because of association. And association of what? Association of the three modes. Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamogun. Sadasan Mishra Yonesu. So Sad, Asad, Mishra Yonishu. And because of this, so basically Bhagwan Kapil is saying here that whatever activity a person performs in this material world, it is all prasangika karma dosh. Prasangika karma dosh. We should remember this. The very important shloka. So what is Bhagwan Kapil saying here? That whatever activity a living entity performs in this material world, they are all, and here it is mentioned when. So Bhagwan Kapil is saying, Tena sansara padavim. So when a living entity is existing in this sansar, when he is present in this material world, then all the activities that he performs, okay, all the activities that he performs, they are all prasangik karma dosh. They are all karma dosh. Dosh means they are all faulty, they are all impure activities. And because of these impure activities, sad asad mishra yonisu, a living entity keeps taking different kind of bodies. Sometimes he comes in touch with mode of goodness, so next life he gets a good body. If he is in touch with mode of passion, he will get not very good body. But if he is in touch with mode of ignorance, he will get a very bad or very lower species of life, bad body, based on the association of the living entity with the three modes of material nature. And many times I have given this example that if a person falls in an ocean, then wherever the ocean will take that person, that path that person has to take. So once a person falls in an ocean, he cannot decide what he has to do. The ocean will decide what he has to do. And that ocean means this material existence. That's what is mentioned here. Sansar padavim. So the sansar will decide what activities a person has to perform. A person cannot decide. Why? Because he is constantly bombarded with these three modes. So how can he decide what he has to do, what he does not have to do? So nothing is under his control, or nothing is under the control of the living entity. Everything is under control of sansar or material nature, material prakriti. So prasangik karma dosh. This word is very important. Remember this word always. Prasangik karma dosh. So there is nothing called as good work in this material creation. Okay. Because as we know from the Bhagavad Gita 4th chapter that there are three kinds of karma, or there are three kinds of karmic activity which a living entity performs in this material world. Which are those? So karma, vikarma, karma, vikarma and akarma. Isn't it? These are the three kinds of activities which a living entity performs. Karma, vikarma and akarma. Now karma means what? Karma means acting according to rules and regulations given to us by our authority or by our Vedic scriptures. So acting according to the rules and regulations given to us in Vedic scriptures. That is called karma. And naturally, when you work according to Vedic scriptures, you perform your work accordingly, then what happens? So when a living entity he his actions are for any other purpose except Krishna, then such activity is considered to be prasangik karma dosh. In fact, and that is what is called, that is why karma means those activities which are prescribed in the Vedic scriptures. But Vedic scriptures talk about the three modes. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraigunyo Bhavarjuna. That Arjun, the Vedic scriptures, they talk about the three modes of material nature. By reading or by understanding Vedic scriptures, you cannot transcend the three modes. You will remain in this material world only. Although your actions will be considered as good actions, but materially good actions. They will not be spiritual actions. So such activities are called karma. Karma means those activities which are prescribed in the Vedic scriptures. But even those activities can be dangerous. Why? Because for those activities also a person has to take the next body. These activities will not give us liberation. Although materially it may look good. For example, we see there are some foolish class of human beings who have invented this new term called philanthropy. Right? So, in philanthropic work, they think that by doing charity for human beings, they'll improve the condition of human beings. That's what they think. So they are the greatest fools because they have no understanding of this material creation, because they have no faith in Krishna, because they have no faith in the control of Krishna. So they want to control this material world by thinking that just because they have earned some money by hook or by crook, and they think that by donating their nonsensical money which they have earned by hook or crook, they can improve the condition of this material world. Right? So these foolish so-called philanthropists, they think that they will use their money to construct hospitals, to construct so-called educational institutions. But these foolish creatures, they don't know that this is also karma. This is also prasangik karma dosh. That's what Bhagavan Kapil is saying here. You see, prasangik karma dosh. This is faulty work. This is not the work authorized by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. No. These are all faulty works. Because all these works come under the purview of the three modes of material nature. So these foolish creatures, they think that by performing these faulty works, they are getting benefited. But no. Because this comes under the category of karma. So as we have studied in the Bhagavad Gita, that there are three kinds of actions: karma, vikarma, akarma. So karma means all these activities, which may be mentioned in Vedic scriptures, but we have nothing to do with Vedic scriptures. Why? Because dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. What is dharma? Dharma can only be ascertained by God. by Krishna. We don't disregard the Vedic scriptures, but we know that they are not the highest truths. The highest truth is Bhagavad Gita. The highest truth, the detailed description of highest truth is Srimad Bhagavatam. So we have two most divine scriptures. So why should we go and refer to the Vedic scriptures? No, we don't believe in Vedic scriptures. We only believe in the words of God, Krishna, and the words about God, which is Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? So according to Bhagavad Gita, karma is not the highest activity. It's a faulty activity. Why? Because it does not solve the purpose of human life. Human life is meant for Krishna realization. Human life is meant for liberation. So this faulty work will not give us liberation. Right? So karma as well as vikarma. Vikarma means nonsensical activities or bad activities, killing someone or causing harm to someone. So these are called vikarma. So of course vikarma is bad, but even karma is bad. Materially it may look good. Oh, such and such person has constructed a huge hospital. But what is the use? Rakhe Krishna mare Krishna rakhe ke. If Krishna decides to protect, no one can kill. And if Krishna decides to kill, even if you may construct 1 million hospitals, no one can protect. If Krishna decides to kill. So that is why we don't believe in karma, we don't believe in vikarma, we believe in akarma. Now what is akarma? Akarma, Krishna talks about it in the Bhagavad Gita in the 3rd chapter. In the 9th and 10th shloka. So Krishna says that yagyarthat karmano nyatra loko yam karma bandhana tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. That Arjun, yagyarthat, whatever action you perform in this world to please Krishna, to please Lord Vishnu, that action is called yagya. And that action, because of performing such action, you will never get bound in this material world. You will be liberated. You see? This is the plan of the Lord for conditioned souls. What is the plan of the Lord? The plan of the Lord is that a living entity is somehow or other engages in my devotional service by different methods, by performing yajna, by performing puja, by performing whatever. But a person must get connected to Krishna through devotional service. Because when he performs devotional service, that activity is called akarma. Why? Because it is meant for pleasure of Krishna. So any activity in this world which we perform to please Krishna, that activity is called yajna. And that activity will liberate us from this material existence. That is the only activity which can liberate us from material existence. So any activity apart from serving Krishna, they are all faulty. You see, prasangik karma dosh. They are all karma dosh. They are all faulty activities, nonsensical, useless activity. Any activity which is not in line with Krishna, which is not giving pleasure to Krishna. And what happens? What happens by performing these material activities? Sadasan Mishra Yonishu. You see the last state. Sadasan Mishra Yonishu. Because if a person simply performs good and bad actions, sometimes they may be good, sometimes they may be bad, then what will happen? Sadasan Mishra Yonishu. He will keep taking birth in sometimes in good species, sometimes in bad species. And this cycle of karmic reactions will never stop. So, our action should all be dovetailed in such a way that we get liberation from this material existence. Not that we get more and more entangled in this material existence. No. And that is what Bhagwan Kapil is saying here. Prasangik karma dosh. Every action which is performed and which does not give pleasure to Krishna, that action is karma dosh. That karma will have dosh. Dosh means faulty, bad action. So all these so-called philanthropists, they're all nonsensical people. They have no intelligence, foolish creatures. Themselves, because they are successful, they do such activities. And by seeing them, others also get engaged in such activities. And they all forget that Krishna is the controller. They want to control because that is human tendency to control everything. So, whatever activity, that's what Krishna says. You see, in the Bhagavad Gita, let me take you to that shloka. You can see on your screen. You see, 9th shloka, 26th chapter, Bhagavad Gita. What is Krishna saying? Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti upahritam ashnami prayatatmana. So Lord Krishna is saying that I accept a leaf, flower, fruit or water offered to me with love and devotion as a gift from a person with pure consciousness. So if a pure devotee offers with love and devotion food preparations made with all these items, grains, vegetables, fruits, juices, milk, all these things, then such an offering is accepted by Krishna. That is why in our Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy, which is the highest philosophy, why Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy is the highest? Because it is given by Krishna himself as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in Gaudiya Vaishnavism, we don't eat anything except unless it is offered to Krishna. No, it is considered sinful. That's what Krishna is saying here in the 9th chapter, 26th shloka. And then you see the 27th shloka. 9th chapter, 27th shloka of the Bhagavad Gita. What is Lord Krishna saying here? You see, Yat karoshi yad ashnasi yad juhoshi tadasi yat tapasyasi kaunte tat kurushvama darpanam. That Arjun, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer, whatever you give in charity, and whatever tapasya, whatever austerities you perform, they all must be offered to me. Charity must be offered to Krishna, not to hospitals, not to nonsensical activities. Because hospitals cannot save a person. Only Krishna can save. All charity, because Lakshmi is meant for service of Narayan, not for serving humanity. Humanity will automatically get served when Krishna is pleased. Why? Yasmin tushte jagat tushte. When Krishna is satisfied, whole world is satisfied. When we pour water at the root of the tree, automatically this water goes to all the leaves and branches. So we don't need to pour water on leaves and branches. No. We must know the meaning of charity. That's what Krishna is saying here. Yat karoshu, Arjun, whatever you do, yad ashnasi, whatever you eat, yad juhoshi, whatever you offer, yad dadasi, whatever you charity you perform, yat tapasyasi, whatever tapasya you perform, they all must be done as an offering unto me. Everything should be done for Krishna. Any activity that we do which is not for Krishna, it is called prasangik karma dosh. You see, coming back to the shloka which we were discussing. They are all called prasangik karma dosh. Right? So, let us come back to the shloka that we were discussing. You see, what is Bhagwan Kapil saying here? You see, prasangik karma dosh. You can see on your screen. Any activity which we do not perform for pleasure of Krishna, it is faulty activity. And we will have to suffer for it. Right? So these things may look harsh, but truth is always not very palatable. Because truth is truth. Whether it is palatable or not palatable, but truth is truth. And the truth is that any other action which is not in line with Krishna, which is not performed for pleasure of Krishna, it is all karma dosh. They are all faulty. So we'll cover more about it in the upcoming sessions. Those who are new to the channel can subscribe. All of you can like, comment, share. We'll stop here. We'll continue our discussion in the next session. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.